Hi everyone, it's Angelica Wagner again, your transformational coach. And this is week one, video one of your It's Not What You're Eating course. So today I want to talk to you about how many things are in your pantry or cupboard or fridge that come in a box. And how many of those things in a box have all kinds of letters at the back of them. Even something like a granola bar has all kinds of lists and lists of ingredients. And you need to be looking at that. You need to be saying, well, if I can't pronounce it, can my body assimilate it? You need to be saying how many of these little things that I'm not so sure of can take the place of really whole food. So, did you know that your body needs this much food a day? So, what are you going to fill that much food with? Because here's some really big secrets. If you fill it with liquids, your body thinks you're full. If you fill it with liquids like soups that have beans and vegetables and cabbage and all kinds of wonderful broth in it, your body is going to be full. Now, would you rather have your body full of delicious things that your body can actually see as food and nutrition, or would you rather have, again, fuel, kryptonite? So I want to show you more fuel. This is what I have in my fridge. And I have permission to go into my fridge any time that I want and have some of these things if I'm hungry. Because guess what? I actually get to eat more when I'm putting these things into this bowl and maybe one of these, than if I'm putting hydrogenated bread, hydrogenated fuel, palm oil, all of those hidden things that are energetically not good for our body. So when you start to look at, like Hippocrates did, that food is medicine, Hippocrates was the father of medicine. And he saw food as fuel, which it is, nourishment for our bodies, water as fuel, and it is, and it's nourishment for our souls, and all of the things that we put into our body as medicine. What he didn't really explore was the fuel outside of our body, so the environment outside of our body. So when we're thinking about energy and we're thinking about everything is energy, and the more positive energy we bring in, the more positive energy we're able to bring out. So think about your fuel as your medicine. If you can't pronounce it, if it has more than 4 syllables, guess what? Maybe your body can't assimilate it. Number 2, psychology of food. Why do we eat? Like if it was just to keep our bodies alive, why are we having that extra piece of cheese or that beignet or that burrito or whatever it is? Or in some cases with guys it's beer, or in some cases it's alcohol. Why are we doing this? Are we doing it to fuel ourselves, to make ourselves feel better? Or is it because there's a negative emotion behind that? Is there fear? Is there anger? Is there bitterness? Is there resentment? Is there some kind of unresolved dispute? And so in our first video, I suggested to you that for 3 days, you just go around and say, who does this belong to? Who does this weight belong to? Who does this extra poundage, this extra not myself belong to? And yes, we do need to be rooted. We do need to have firm foundations, just like a tree, just like we are embracing a tree and feeling how grounded and reserved and real that is. We need to have that in our consciousness. But we also need to understand what are the emotions like anxiety that are kind of shaking that tree up, that are kind of shaking your foundations? And is that why you're eating? Is that why you're choosing food? And so is food just another addiction? Is food a release from boredom? Is food a release from addressing what emptiness your soul has not addressed? Is food a release from loneliness or from all of the fear and all of the anxiety that we've gone through in the last year and a half? And so this is about really taking stock and looking at being compassionate for yourself and being compassionate for your environment, for everything that's going on with you, that you are reaching for food. So how much food does the body need? Well, I gave you my measuring cup and it needs about 6 cups. So what are you filling up that 6 cups with? Are you filling it up with lettuce and tomatoes and fresh fruit and fresh vegetables and all of that? Or are you filling it up with stuff that comes from a box? And I'm sorry, because I don't have bread stuff and rolls and all of those things, because they have so many hydrogenated extras in them. I just don't even have them in my fridge. I don't have them in my pantry. I don't keep things like that in my fridge. And I have to only shop, I have to be like the Europeans do and shop every 2 or 3 days, because the things in my fridge are all fresh, or they are things that I have created, have cooked, have baked, not have baked, but have created soups that I've made and all of those things. So do you have food allergies? And if you have food allergies, do you know what they are? At one time in my life, I was consuming a lot of dairy. Whoa, and didn't realize I was allergic to dairy. I now can't eat pasta unless it's rice pasta or unless it's lentil pasta, because I'm very careful about all of the other ingredients with that goes along with that pasta. Do you eat foods that are good for your immune system? Do you regularly ingest turmeric? Do you regularly ingest capsules that have fruits and vegetables in them, just strict old fruits and vegetables, so that you are really clear what you're putting in your body that makes your body sing? And that's the goal here, is to have your body sing so that you can do more things, so you don't look your age, so you don't look like you're, not yourself. And that's the transformation part, is that as you start to show up in your true body, then your transformation also will start to show up. That's so cute. So do you know what your allergies are? And do you know what food fuels you? Do you know what's fuel? And do you know what's kryptonite? And so those are questions I'm going to leave you today. And I want you to also write down 3 lists. Lists of all things that you are exhausted of, that you are worn out, relationships, worn out things, worn out stuff, worn out, don't want it anymore. Then a second list of things that you are looking for, things that energize you, that make you happy, that even if we can't travel right now, that we are focusing on a trip to go somewhere sometime soon this year as the travel restrictions change. And thirdly, a list that you have gratitude for. So try to look at the first list, and what 5 things that you no longer need, or that no longer energize you, can you just get rid of? Can you clean out a closet? Can you clean out a pantry? Can you clean out a relationship? Can you clean out a workspace? All of that, or a locker, whatever it is. And then secondly, what things are you trying to manifest to kind of, now that you have space created, to kind of decide on how to better fuel yourself and how you can eliminate that kryptonite from your life. And thirdly, what are you grateful for? What is so amazing in your life that you're grateful for? And you start with breath. Start with breath. So many people right now in this time do not have breath. Fight for breath. fight for life, just to breathe. It's such a blessing. So be grateful for breath, be grateful for being alive, be grateful for a new day, be grateful for friends and family that love you, be grateful for being on this gorgeous planet we call Earth. So those are just a couple of tools just for today. Have a miracle day. It's Angelica.